Nye manufacturing was started by my father, Jack Nye, in 1952. At Nye Manufacturing, we make custom attachments for earth-moving machinery for demolition and construction. Hi, I'm Mark Nye, and this is Nye Manufacturing, where we make attachments for heavy equipment. Today I'm going to give you a look inside the plant. Okay, let's take a look inside. Early in the morning, before the plant opens, the shop is very quiet. During the day, the shop gets very loud and very busy. Our customers are mostly construction and demolition contractors that need special attachments for their heavy equipment. Our new customers find out about us from other customers who have used us before, so our reputation is very important. They also find out about us from our YouTube channel and from our webpage. Our company brochure helps to communicate with our customers, showing them what sort of things we can do. Different types of attachments we make, and some of the specifications are listed in the brochure. We work with an advertising company to design the brochure ourselves. It's a lot of work. We print 17,000 brochures at a time. Our customers call in to tell us what they need. The office manager takes the order and passes it on to engineering. The engineering department takes the requests from the office and begins designing the parts. The engineering department uses CAD software, computer-assisted design, programs such as AutoCAD for drawing manipulation, and SolidWorks. Our engineers use SolidWorks 3D solid modeling for visualizing new designs and new products that we're working on. He needs a large area to see what he's doing. That's why he has 2 monitors. This is a special wide format printer called a plotter. We use it for plotting out large engineering drawings. Computers play a very big role in engineering and accounting here at Nye Manufacturing. We have 5 servers and a business communications manager and a security system. We switch between servers using a switch box like this. The camera system allows us to give a real close watch on all aspects of the shop for safety and security. We used a computerized torch to flame cut out all the parts that we need to build a job. Then we tack the pieces together, ready for welding, like this. And then once they've been tacked together, then they're sent into the shop for a welder, where a welder makes the full welds on the job. Then finally the skin is put on the outside and it goes for painting. We use big forklifts to bring all our jobs in and out of the shop. This forklift can lift 15,000 pounds. The forklift is great for bringing jobs in the shop and putting them down where the fitter is going to be working. This 80-ton press is used for pressing bushings in and for aligning bent plates. It's extremely powerful and can squish just about anything that you put in its jaws. We use big cranes at the shop to assemble pieces and put them in position for welding. Once the welder is happy with the position of the part ready for welding, he puts some extra welds on to make sure it can't move. We use very powerful MIG welding equipment using 332 flux core wire and 400 amps of current. It's extremely hot and requires the use of gloves and special helmets and equipment. We use a 400 amp flux core MIG welding system to weld the buckets. This provides a very strong weld that won't break under severe use. The wire for welding comes down this boom. The wire is stored in this drum. Wire is coiled up inside here and feeds through while he's welding. This is the feeder control, which sets the voltage and the wire speed. And the power supply is up here. We use a grinder like this to smooth the welds and grind off any sharp edges. We have big bench grinders at Nye that we use for grinding steel. We use really big vices to hold pieces of steel while we work on them. We can heat them up red hot with a torch and then bend them over. We have a big outdoor yard where we can store all of our tools, supplies, and equipment. A lot of it looks like junk, but it's not. It takes a big forklift to bring big broken pieces like this into the shop. The tail of this boom is broken right in half. We're going to cut it apart and weld it up with new plates so it'll be as good as new when it's done. Driving a forklift is a big part of this job. We use big cranes inside the shop to bring jobs and bring them into position. This crane can lift 7 tons. You can see how the bottom of this scrap handling boom is busted almost right in half. The flame of the off-acetylene torch is over 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The first part of this job is to get the broken piece cut off so you can see what's going on inside. Inside to do the repair properly. The fitters are highly trained and highly skilled. They know how to put the parts together so that they fit properly. Once the parts are lined up properly, he puts welds all around the outside so they're close together. It will be fully welded later. Once the parts have been put up in place, then a welder will weld the pieces together. We have to wear special protective boots, gloves, a helmet, and coveralls to protect himself from the heat of the parts. After the parts have been welded, the fitter tests to see if the pin is going to fit inside. The pins are very heavy, so you have to be very strong for this job. Looks like a perfect fit. The shop foreman comes along to check the job and make sure the fitter is putting the pieces together correctly. It takes many years to learn how to weld like this.
26 years.
26 years. Professional welder. The magnet on this crane lets us pick up steel pieces without having to weld any hooks on. Pulling the big lever across releases the magnet and separates the piece.
For this job, the customer wanted his arm to be longer, so we cut it in half, added a piece in, and now we're welding it back together.
We use this big roller to bend the plates so that they fit properly on the back of the bucket. The roller is very, very powerful and very heavy. The operator checks the angle with a piece of cardboard to see if he's rolled it up. Looks like he has to roll a little bit more, so he'll make some adjustments and put it back in to roll some more times. We use this radial drill for drilling holes in steel plate. It can drill holes up to 80 millimeters in diameter through alloy steel. Brad? What you making?
Something for the shop to hold oxygen tank.
We do all kinds of repairs. This is a bulldozer blade that's so badly worn out from years of use that it's got holes right in the blade. Another item that's just come out of the shop. It's finished repaired. We mix up the paint here to put it on the pulverizer. We use special equipment with high pressure lines to blast the paint on. It takes special skill to know how much paint to put on a job. Too much paint and the paint will run. Not enough and the job won't look good. This is one half of a demolition grapple that's still being built. You can see that the welding is finished, but the tubes and pins have not been installed yet. This will go to a demolition site somewhere in Ontario. These two special buckets are custom designed for handling scrap aluminum. The top lids open up with hydraulic cylinders so that they can pick up the scrap without dropping it. These are the only buckets that exist like this in the world. We make big special booms like this one that are used for quarrying gravel. We make new buckets like these tilt ditching buckets for slope finishing and ditch work. We make buckets with quick coupler systems like this one for mining and heavy work in rocks. We make this, the T-Rex pulverizer, for crushing concrete in its huge teeth. We make trenching buckets like this one for digging trenches for installing pipes and sewer and water main. This is a special machine for cracking concrete. The machine itself is made by Caterpillar, and the hammer is made by Magnum Attachments. We make this piece right here, which connects the machine to the hammer and allows the two to work together. Many of our attachments require hydraulic cylinders. The cylinders require hydraulic circuits and hoses to make them work. The technician connects the hydraulic hose to the valve where the oil can flow through the hose to the cylinder. When the oil pressure goes into the cylinder, it pushes on the piston and makes it move. After the jobs are done and ready for shipping, we inspect them to make sure that they're done correctly. We put stickers on to warn our customers so that they know how to be safe. We use special tones at Nye to let the managers know when stuff needs to be done. For shipping and receiving, we have this one. When someone needs to speak to the plant foreman, we have this one. And for maintenance, if something is broken down and needs repair, we have this sound. At the end of the day, the guys consult with the foreman to see what the job number is so that they can fill it out in their book. They write the job numbers in the book so that we know how much to charge the customer and how much it costs to build it. At the end of the day, after all the men have gone, the plant foreman checks the shop, makes sure all the doors are locked and the machinery is off, and heads home for the day. And all you can hear is the sound of the wind rattling through the louvers.
Not even my footsteps. Good night.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Hey! Well, I hope you enjoyed your tour of Nye Manufacturing. Maybe one day you'll consider a career in welding and fabricating as well. So long for now. Maybe one day you'll be as fast like me too.
Attachments for heavy duty. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, I hope you enjoyed.
Get down from there.
Maybe one day you'll consider a career.
Where are the keys?
It takes many, many years to learn how to make a beautiful weld like this.
I wear like shit.
For real.